Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Charlotte and I'm owner of Design Crumbs Studio. I offer brand design and website builds to small creative businesses. If you're returning from my last vlog, thank you so much. It's lovely to have you back. And if this is a first time view, thank you so much. I'm pleased to have you here. It's Tuesday the 6th of January and I've got quite a long to-do list today, but we did wake up to some lovely snow this morning. It's so pretty. It looks gorgeous, but I'm not hugely looking forward to the school run this afternoon. My son Oliver, who's 2.5, is down for a nap, so I'm going to utilise that time this morning by packaging up all the files for the brand design for the client in Dubai. She signed everything off, so I just need to put everything together, and I think that's one of my favourite parts of the whole process, is when all of the logo variations, the colour palettes, the patterns, the icons, the submarks, oh, it's brilliant. They all come together and it looks beautiful in a lovely package. So I'm looking forward to doing that for her today. And then over the next couple of days, I've got a website to build for a lovely client who's doing some home styling. I did the brand design for her at the back end of last year, so it'll be really fun to put that into place in her website. And then I'm working on a journal for my friend who is just lovely. Her name's Charlotte. She is a client of mine and has been for about 8 years. When I did her logo and brand identity, her website and her marketing materials for her home furnishings brand, Charlotte Briscoe Interiors. But she's got a new venture and it's called British Sourdough, and I did the brand design for her as well at the back end of last year. And now we're moving on to doing a journal that she can sell in her shop, and we will be building her online shop and website in a few weeks. So I'd better get on with it. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 8th of January. Because in yesterday's video I mentioned Little Cottage Workshop, the other venture that I run, where I make small wooden cottage ornaments for your home. And because I mentioned that yesterday, I thought it would be fun for me to take you around all the cottages that I have made for my own home. There's one in practically every room, not the bathroom, but even Oliver has one in his bedroom. So I thought it might be nice for me to show you which ones I've got where. So I'll go and film that now. Good morning, it's Saturday the 11th of January. Today is my nephew's 10th birthday. We've just been out on a drive in the snow, which was lovely. We got bacon batches from Chatwins. I went to go and overlook like a pretty field area looking over to Wales, where the snow was all on the mountains, and it was just lovely. Oliver had a little cookie in the car and we had the heating on and it was lovely. So we're just back now. Oliver's down for a nap, and I thought I would come up. Well, firstly, I'm wearing my new jumper, which I love, but secondly, I thought it might be fun for me to come on and tell you how I got my business started. I've watched a few of these on YouTube and I find them really interesting. Like, how do people like fall into their business? Is it that they fell in, or is it like a plan that they had? For me, it was sort of a fall in. I had a job in 2010 for a charity that helped other charities, and I was their information and communications officer. The role quickly developed into design, and I was designing logos and marketing materials for other charities. And I say about a year in, I was getting really frustrated because I realised that I wasn't getting done what I wanted to in order to help these charities. They often had to ask their managers, who had to ask a CEO or a board of directors or trustees before we could sign anything off. They were having to like take things up the chain, and then there were times when I had to check with my manager. So it was just like really convoluted, the process, and we couldn't sort of like keep momentum going. And I sort of came to the realisation that I'd be able to help more people if it was just them and me. So I created my own company in 2011, and I called it, so original, Made by Charlotte. I just cringe thinking about that. It's so naff. But I was sort of pushed for time. I wanted to get everything set for April so that I was able to do my books from April to April. That just made so much sense to me. So I sort of rushed picking a name, just came up with it. It stuck. I was that for a while. And then I decided that I was really happy in my own business. I was working alongside part-time employment at this time. I was made redundant from that charity. And then I moved to a decorating firm, and I was PA and marketing manager there. So I was running my business alongside that. And so I was really enjoying doing my own work and getting my own clients in. And I thought I'd better change the name. So I went for Paper Heart Graphics, which I still think is so cute. But more and more clients were coming to me asking for websites. So I'd done a little bit of it in my previous job at the charity using WordPress. So I kind of took a couple of online courses and spoke to some pals in the industry who helped me, and I started offering websites, but the name Paper Heart Graphics didn't align, so I changed to White Space, which I still love to this day because it's the essence of my design. I love minimal, simple, uncluttered, uncomplicated design with lots of white space. However, lots of other people liked white space as well. So it wasn't good for SEO. So I changed to White Space Creative Design. Such a mouthful that I then changed to Hello White Space. And I was that for a while. I was okay. It had the white space in it. The hello was an add-on, but it made myself a bit different and a bit better for SEO. And then in 2024, on my 40th birthday in June, I rebranded, hopefully for the last time, Design Crumbs Studio, and I adore it. I am so happy. I love my branding. I love my mission statement, my core values. I just love everything about it. So after 14 years in business, in April of this year, 2025, I will be Design Crumbs Studio, and I hope that's the last time I rebrand. But the name came about because I was thinking of design crumbs. So I was thinking the crumbs could be like little morsels of design. The logo, the colour palette, the typography, the business stationery, the marketing materials, the website. And then also the little crumbs could be the brand strategy, communication, core values, all of those important elements that are more all the other stuff's visual, but the strategy and the marketing campaigns and all that stuff is like the thought process behind your business. It's like the essence, the reason for being. So I thought those little crumbs sort of form an amazing brand identity, an amazing overall brand, and that would be the cookie, the Have I got a logo? Surely I've got one of my logos knocking around somewhere. Here we go. So there, Design Crumbs. And I love it. I'm so happy with it all. And so with that came the designing of the sweaters and my new marketing material, my website, and I'm just so happy with it. So much so, I had some photos printed on free prints of my branding. Let me just get them because, oh, that's not the right box. I just love how everything has come together. So I'm just going to flip you around and show you some of the prints that I've had printed because I just love how it's all come together. Have a little look in a sec. Gosh, we're really zoomed in here. My hand feels massive. But here are the 4 variations of my logo that I was speaking about in a previous clip. There's my landscape. There's my stacked. I've got a simple text-based logo without the cookie and the crumbs, and a circular, and they can all be used in different ways on different items depending on the space. This is my colour palette. I have since added a couple of these shades, a couple in between those shades for Instagram to provide me with a greater range of light colours. Yeah, and then here's my little mood board. And it's very personal because my brand to me is very personal, so I wanted to add personal photos in. Here's my desk. This is a print that's actually up on a shelf behind me. There's me. I did my own little photo shoot in the dining room because I had more light and more space. And actually I'm really proud of how the photos came out. I don't like pictures of myself. And the fact I'm even doing this YouTube malarkey is a bit of a miracle because I'm so self-conscious. But I was really brave and I just did it, and I'm really proud of how they've come out. There's our Oliver. There's my brand pattern, my colour palette, and that's a picture of my wardrobe that just fits in really well with my colours. Just a different way of showing my colour palette with the colours on. These are my core values. I think it's important to follow along with those. Kind of just brings you back to why you're doing what you're doing and how you want to be doing it. This is what's on my jumper that I'm currently sporting. I love this. I think that's so cute. I think I've got 2 of those. Oh, 3. This is one of the prints that I've got in the back behind me. I think I've got a couple of those. Same in white. Well, actually it's a different variation, but same concept. Now, this is kind of interest. I'll leave it here, so you might want to take a screenshot. If you're a small business owner and you need help with mission statements, client personas, values, ethos, take a screenshot of this and it might provide you with a little bit of inspiration. Let me zoom in a little bit. So if you want to use that as a basis for your own, please do go ahead. If I could be of any help in any way, shape or form, I'd love to be. But that's something I put together that I'm really proud of. When I was rebranding, it was so important to me to sort of reevaluate why I'm doing this. Not just because it provides me with flexibility with my life and with Oliver, and not only that I'm doing the work that I'm doing and I adore it, I would not want to be doing anything else, but it also sort of refocuses that I get to help people, and it's the most exciting part of their business journey is when they start. If I'm helping a startup and they've only just begun, it's so exciting for me to be there at that level, at that moment in time where they've just got their brand name, they have their products or services in place, but they just need a visual identity for their new business. It's just so exciting. I'm so lucky. I really am. I'm so grateful. This is a little snapshot of all my marketing materials all placed together in like a film layout. 2 of those. This was a little portfolio that I did for the end of the year with a couple of my favourite logos on. There's me. I love the way I pointed, like you don't know that that's me. And then I've just printed a couple of, look how happy I am. Oh yeah, this is my word of the year, grace. And I think that's a perfect one. being fair and honest and kind and having compassion in all that I do, all that I want to teach Oliver. So that is my word of the year. And then this is a little bit about my rebrand from Hello White Space to Design Crumbs Studio. Perfect. I mentioned in my last video about wanting to do a sit down portion, but then that made me laugh because I thought all of the portions of my videos are me sitting down. But what I meant was to talk to you about stuff that you might find useful if you're a small business owner like me. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was what's included in my brand identity package and kind of what it is. So my brand identity package, the capsule package, basically encapsulates all of the stuff, all of the assets and the visuals that you will need to set your business aside from others to do with your identity, your visual identity. So in my capsule brand design package, you will receive an initial presentation with 3 design concepts, along with a colour palette for each of the concepts. Now you'll be able to choose one of those concepts, one that you love the most. And these will all be based on a brief. I'll send you a brief to begin with. You'll complete it, send that back to me, and then I'll send you the concepts presentation. You select the concept you like the most, but then we can refine it. So say you select concept 2, but you like the brand palette used in concept 1 and the typeface in 3. We can make those edits, and that's included in the price. And then we move on to you signing off the logo, and then you will receive that design as a landscape version, a stacked version that's like a squared version, and a circular version. And they're to use as you wish. They will all be based on the same concept. So the illustration will be the same, the typeface will be the same, the colours will be the same. So it all looks super consistent. Now you can use those different variations on different things. That's the purpose of including each variation. For example, the landscape version can be used for a header on a piece of headed paper, or on an invoice template, a piece of artwork that's long, like a website header or a blog header. Anything that's long, that's what your landscape logo will be used for. Then the stacked version could be used on a business card if it's portrait, or oh gosh, what else can stacked be used for? Oh, like on marketing materials, flyers that are portrait or squared in nature. And then your circular version of your logo could be used on profile pictures, on social media, as a watermark, on stickers. And so you can use those as you wish, whichever version of whichever variation of the logo that you see fit to use on what you're working on, that's what they're there for. Okay, so as well as that, you will also receive a few patterns, and these patterns will add depth and character to your brand. I love designing patterns. They can be used as backgrounds on social media posts, or on packaging, like on tissue paper or wrapping paper. They can be used on backgrounds for like cover images. They're just so versatile in terms of like adding them as a background to something. They're so fun to use. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole identity package. You'll also receive a color palette to use. So I will usually pick 6 shades, but sometimes it goes up to 8, depending on how you want to use your colors. And I'm talking really fast, so I'm like out of puff. And along with the colour palette visually, you'll also receive the hex references. So if you wanted to ever use those colours on like Canva yourself, or you wanted to come back to me and make a slight tweak, we can use those hex references. And a hex reference is like a code that we use to identify specific shades of colours. So that's really useful for you. Well, it could be useful for you. And then, these 2 things are my favourites as well. A brand board. A brand board is something that I designed for you that you can print at home your end on A4 or whatever, and it is a snapshot of your visual identity. So it has, so I'll design it so that you can print it. Your logos in the different variations, your colour palettes, the type choices, snippets of your pattern, mock-ups of how your designs will look in the real world, out in the wild. And it's just like a little one sheet snapshot, and it's so fun to see how everything all comes together. And then linking into that is a social media launch pack that I'll present you with, which you can use to take your followers along with your rebrand or branding journey. And in there it will be pictures of your logo as a mock-up. It'll be the different versions of your logo, different ways they can be used, your core values, which I ask about in your brief, in your questionnaire. They're on there along with your mission statement, and it just brings everything together. And it's so cool for you to look back on to see like the progression of the brand and how it kind of like tells your story through the colours, through the illustration, through the typeface choices, and it'll all come to fruition with this whole package being sent to you. Yeah, I got really excited then. I love talking branding. So if you need a new brand package, if you're a new business owner, you've got a new business and you're starting from scratch and you need a brand new design, I'm your gal. If you need a rebrand, you've got an existing logo but you don't think that it aligns with your new, like if you've developed and it doesn't now align with what you're currently offering, or your mission statement doesn't line up anymore and you just think it's a bit dated, I'm also your gal. So please do get in touch with me, either comment down below or send me an email, or I think I've got a new chat thing on my website, so you can message me on there as well. And I'd love to hear from you. Even if you don't need a brand design yet and you just want to chat, send me a message, I'd love it. During my last video, I did a little studio tour, so I thought it would be fun today to do a little desk tour. It's so simple, very minimal, and it's just got a few of my favourite things. So we'll start from this side, and I've got my diary. I found this on Amazon. I did try and look elsewhere, like more independent shops, but no one had what I was looking for, so Amazon it is. I have to have a paper diary. I'm the most organised I will ever be with a paper diary. Here I've got a little photograph of Oliver and I from Christmas of 2024, last year. It feels so weird saying last year, it was like a few days ago. But this picture was taken at a farm shop in Tarporley in Cheshire called The Hollies, and it is one of my favourite places to go, and I love that photo. So that is sitting pride of place on my desk. Here is my gorgeous bargain of a lamp. A little donut lamp from B&M. I think it was about £12 and I love it. It's got like a linen style shade and a ceramic base, and I think it's so cute, and it's lovely to work by lamplight. I think it's lovely, really cozy. Here is my pen pot, and it's got my sticker design all over it, and well, apart from the unicorn which is looking at me now, apart from that, all my pens match my brand colours, so I get a kick out of that. Then we move on to my diary, my calendar. I design a calendar for my desk every single year, and I'd say for about the last 8 years I've been doing that, but the last 3 of those years have been this design, this collection called Sweet Little Souls. I'll take you through the calendar in a sec. I'll just move on to over here first and we'll double back. I love having matches on my desk. The smell of a match is incredible. And then the candle that I've got burning is my favourite ever candle. It's really woody and smoky and it's got like a hint of amber. It's gorgeous. It's lasted for ages and it's my favourite candle. And then here is my pet chicken nugget that my best friend Emma bought for me. And the girl who makes these is on Instagram and Etsy, and her shop is called Tin of Beans if you'd like to get a little pet for yourself. She does baked beans and crumpets and toast and cake and pizza. Oh, it's just so cute. I'd like another little pet actually to befriend mine. I just love them, they're so sweet. Just to take you back to my desk calendar, because I get a kick out of designing these. I love seeing my design printed. I don't know what it is. It's all well and good me designing stuff on the computer and having it digital, but the minute it gets printed, it's like it's real. It's so weird. But lovely, lovely to see. So this is January, relaxing in a bubble bath. Here's February. Actually, I'll zoom in a little bit. That makes more sense. So this collection is called Sweet Little Souls, and I actually have an Instagram account dedicated to just these illustrations. I designed them to look like children almost. There's a girl and a boy, and I think during lockdown actually I came up with this idea, and they just had like sweet little sentiments with them, and kind of to make everybody happy, just a little saying to cheer somebody up. This is my birth month, so it's got all of my favourite things, including a red panda. Yeah, I love June. And then July is my fiance and son's birth month, so that's my fiance with chocolate in hand and a bumblebee because he adores them. And my son Oliver loves diggers and tractors, so that's for him. And August is the birth month of my mum and dad, so that's representing them, and they have a little dog called Rosie Beans, so there she is. September is like autumnal and back to school. October, very, very Halloweeny. This one cracks me up because I posted this and it has a little caption that said, "Me after watching a true crime documentary," and that could not be more the case. I just keep thinking after I've watched something, especially like an unsolved crimes one, give me a magnifying glass and my Trilby hat and I'll set up a murder board and off I go. Like, that would be so much fun. In a non-creepy way. I just like true crime. It's not weird. And then here is December. And so I just get a real kick out of creating this every year. There we are. And oh, it looks so sad now without the calendar. My little desk. Good morning. It is Sunday the 12th of January. Yeah, I always have to sort of side-eye my desk calendar here to double check the date. I thought I'd better hop on and sort of round up this video because otherwise it's going to be very long with me blabbering on, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. So I just wanted to pop on and say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate any kind of support you give, whether it's a subscription or you like or leave me a comment. It's just so lovely. I'm made up, so thank you. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. That's my plan, to do one video every 2 weeks, and I aim to go live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So if you join me back here in a couple of weeks' time, that would be wonderful. But in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're getting up to, and I will see you soon.